So good afternoon. I wanted to follow up to a previous video of what to do when we emerge from a toxic or negative environment, and now we notice that some of that has transferred into our own energy field, which means we're noticing some of those same qualities in ourselves. We are feeling some kind of heaviness in our body, perhaps, or any kind of a physical symptom in our body that wasn't there previously. And it may also just be feeling drained, heavy. So those are some ways that you can start to notice, like, how were you prior and how are you now? And if you weren't in a negative state prior, but now you find yourself thinking negatively, or you weren't in an unhealthy pattern of overthinking prior, but now you're in an unhealthy pattern of overthinking. So just notice that. Stay in your power, because it's just something that showed up in your field and now it's moving through you. So if we can just start to see this pattern that happens with respect to these negative environments, then they no longer have the power to shift the trajectory of our day. So bit by bit, we notice, okay, it's my responsibility to move this through me and out of my energy field. So I like to look at it like emotion. So think of emotion, feelings, emotion. E, energy, motion, movement. So emotion, energy in motion. So if we think of it that way, emotions just want to move. It's an energy that has stirred up, it got activated, and now it's wanting to move. If we don't have the capacity to move it in a way that's not running from it or, creating this opposition to it. So if we can just understand what it wants from us, then we can find ways where our bodies can actually feel and move it through us. So first of all, when you start to acknowledge that, and then you have plans for, well, how do I move sadness? How do I move anxiety? How do I move anger? How do I move negativity? Like all of that. Well, again, that part is personal. So it's really important to start thinking about, well, what supports me? What supports my nervous system to feel, like to move these emotions through me? So I'm going to throw some ideas out there and see if you can start to, at the very least, just start to think about, well, what supports me? And can I make this a working document so that I keep adding to it as I discover more and more about myself, right? And try not to look to your mind to tell you what you like. Check with your body. How do I feel right now when I'm doing this, or when I'm in this environment, or when I'm practicing that? Like, what does my body tell me? Not so much what your mind tells me or tells you. So things like moving your body, because movement, again, it's emotions are riled up. They want to move. So move your body. Move it with your breath. So stay with your breath. So this could be in terms of breath work. It could be like any kind of nervous system regulation tools that go along with that. It could be, so moving your body could be going for a walk. It could be some kind of a physical exercise of some sort. It could be creating, moving it out of you creatively. So it could be through art, some kind of cooking, baking, woodworking, going into nature, gardening, putting your feet on the earth, going to the beach, maybe oceans or rivers or forests, like wherever. Start to tap into where you can match those environments and just allow a safe release of all of that and those feelings of balance and harmony that are waiting to, once this moves through, that's where we land. That's where we come back to. So when we look at this as, okay, there's so much I can do to move this. I don't need to hang on to this. I don't need to take this into the rest of my evening and into my sleep state. I don't need to carry this again, you know, because we can carry them as stories. Like we can rehash conversations and what we should have said instead and this can go back years. We can be carrying things for so long. So this just wants to move. So the next time anything comes up like that, check in and ask yourself, okay, this wants to move. How can I move it without running from it? I hope that helps.